Hey guys, what's up? Today is June 10th, and of course that was WWDC this morning, the first day. They announced a lot of things, um, like new things with the MacBook. There's a new Mac coming out. The new MacBook Airs are shipping today. Little upgrades like that. But today I'm going to be mainly focusing on iOS 7 and everything that was released with that. This is really cool, so I'm going to go do a recap of what they talked about and go in depth with it a little bit. Also, there is not an iPhone yet that they have announced. I was expecting it probably not to be announced today anyway. But yeah, today they did not announce it. But since iOS 7 is set to release in the fall, most likely we will see an announcement of the next iPhone with here in the next couple months. But without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so here's what iOS 7 looks like on the iPhone. It's really cool. As you can see, it's kind of like a flat, but it's also a 3D display. Really unique, but also it has a motion movement is what they were talking about. So the background almost interacts with the phone. So while you're moving the phone like this, the background shapes a little bit to match your phone. They mentioned quite a few new features, one of them being Control Center. What Control Center allows you to do is you swipe up from the bottom of the phone and it gives you a multitask screen where you can do Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, brightness, whatever you want in the toggle. So it's kind of like how Velox had, kind of similar, not the same, like when you swiped on the settings app. So I'm going to be really excited to see how that works, but the video made it look really cool, and you can see how the design's really basic and flat, but it's also really vivid. It looks really good. So whenever it does come out, I'm going to be really excited to play with that and see how that works because it looks really cool. The next thing is Notification Center. It's a lot like IntelliScreen, which is crazy. It's very similar, and as you can see, they added it to the lock screen, so you don't have to have the phone unlocked. You can just slide down in the lock screen and be displayed with your notifications, whether what's going on today in your calendar, text messages, phone calls, whatever it is, you can view it all through your lock screen. Now, multitasking looks really cool on iOS 7. You can see all your apps open in a small preview, but you can also see it in a broad open picture, and you can swipe through each one and see what apps you have open, and also get a preview. So it's kind of like a version of OXO almost. It's like an enlarged OXO, and it's really cool. So I'm going to be really excited to see how that works as well. But just watching from the video this morning, it was incredible seeing this happen. Now, if you watched my video the other day, I talked about how iTunes was making a radio. iTunes Radio was also announced today. It will be added with iOS 7. It is free. It has ads though, but that's not that big of a deal as long as it's free. It works very similar to Pandora. You can search artists, songs, genres. You can even search like summer music and listen to summer type music. So it has a lot of options, a lot of potential as well. So they're still working on it, but it's going to be really exciting to see how it turns out. Photos is absolutely incredible now. Instead of having a bunch of jumbled photos and going through, it organizes them by date, by location, if you have location on. You can also get a wide span of it and a timeline by year, by month, whatever, and you can just take a finger, go over all the pictures, and it shows a little preview, and then you can tap which one you want, pops it up. So it's a lot easier access and organized in your photos, so you no longer have to go through and try to, find whatever photo you took that you were going to show your friend or whatever. Another thing they talked about was AirDrop. This blew my mind. You know on Samsung, like the Galaxies, how you can bump the phones together? It's the same concept, except for you don't have to bump the phones. It'll show whoever's in the room that has AirPlay activated, and you can just click on their name, drag and drop whatever you want to show them, and it appears on their phone. So there's no bumping into the phones. It's just completely wireless. It's awesome. They also completely redid the camera app. It's really cool because you can just go slide to slide from camera to video to live filters, even to the panorama just by swiping your finger instead of having to change at the bottom right corner of the screen. So it's really cool, and you can also change frames in the live pictures. So they added a lot to the camera, making it a lot easier to use, more accessible, and more features in the camera, because the iPhone camera before has been very, very basic. This adds a lot more feature and makes it a lot more fun to use. Safari as well is a complete new design. It has a smart search tab at the top, so you can just click search. It also has tabs organized so you can scroll through and you're not limited to 8 tabs anymore. You can have as many as you want. And if you want to switch your tabs around, you just click and hold, slide it, and move it where you want. You also get a little preview. It's almost like a binder. You're opening a folder or something and you can look through. It's really cool. They also did an amazing job with Siri. Siri can also use male voice now and a female voice. It's a lot more interactive. It can do a lot more on your phone. It can change your brightness. It can read tweets. It can play last voicemails. It can create events. It can do everything your phone can do just to your voice, and it's a lot more interactive and responsive, and it listens to your voice and recognizes a lot more than it used to. And last but not least, the Messages app was completely redone. It looks pretty cool. The keyboard, they changed the theme on it a little bit, as well as the display of the text. It's really cool. If you ever used, I think it was Color Keyboard, the Cydia tweak, it's really similar to that actually. And it also has the motion, so if you want to go back to Messages without clicking the back button, you can just slide. This works as well in Safari. You can just slide to go back to pages, so kind of like Zephyr. It's really very similar actually to that. What's also cool is multitasking now in the device. You can update all your apps automatically, so you don't have to ever get that red notification, which is kind of annoying. You can be in Facebook, other apps constantly, and just have it running in the background. You can just switch, never have to double tap the home button, go back. It's just always there and running, and it's always updating. So if you have limited data, that's going to suck really bad, because I know for like AT&T, like what I have, it's going to be terrible if my apps are constantly updating, constantly, refreshing, because I'm going to be in trouble for data. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. That was for what they announced with iOS 7. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a like and a sub, and if you want to retweet this video, that would be super awesome. So yeah, leave all your comments, suggestions, whatever below, and tweet me at JB_iPhone5. See you guys later.